Alright, so what we're going to do here is start with some positional drills. The idea is to learn how to switch into different positions while keeping tightness and weight on him. So I don't want any space. When I give space, that's bad for me. Everything needs to be tight, and I'm going to go through the technical details of each of the positions that we're going to transition through so you know exactly what good is and bad is. So, alright, first we start a regular side control. So good pointers here. This knee, his leg is bent and the knee is glued to his hip. Okay? I don't want to see space here, you know, because the space or leg extend, it makes it easier for him to bring that knee through that gap and recover guard. So this knee needs to be glued at all times. If he was to move around and shrimp a little bit and create some space, I would follow and glue that knee there, always. So no matter where we're going, it's always glued. As far as this arm, it really depends on what I'm doing. You know, sometimes I'm just trying to hold side control, so this position here is good. Okay, sometimes I'm attacking the arm and I'll need an underhook. So it really varies. As far as this arm is concerned, you know, just place a lot of pressure in the neck. Ideally, you want your shoulder to drive into the neck so much that he's forced to look a little bit towards the far side. That prevents him from escaping this way here, so he cannot turtle my way, so it makes his life much more difficult than if I, you know, let him look this way too, okay? So, the other leg, right leg, is extended. What I want you to think about is as if you're shooting a rifle and people are actually shooting back. So you want to be low, you don't want to be high here. Sometimes you find yourself in side controls where you got both knees up. That's when you're trying to be aggressive to finish. This is not the case that we're simulating here. We're trying to simulate a hold down position where you're taking your time here. So this right hip is almost to the ground. If you got that leg extended, it makes no sense to have the leg extended and your hip up. You're losing the benefit of having the knee up, and you're not gaining, you know, the advantage of having your hip low. So this is first position. The second position that we're going to transition from here will be what I call sideways side control, the one where you're facing that way, the head, Kuzure Kesa Gatame here. So you need an underhook for that. So if you don't have already an underhook, get the underhook. Your head will lower itself. And I forgot to talk about the head here in the first one, so let's go back a little bit. My head on this one should be low, facing that way. Chin is down, hidden. Because if I am talking right now, obviously, so I'll be high, but if I wasn't holding like that, if he applies pressure on the neck, I'm going to have to back away. So I'll lose the position. So keep it tight. Once I transition, I'm going to look this way. It's one of the few, not the only side control where we look that way. Usually you're looking the other way. So here, and now watch my left knee. It's going to shift and shoot here. So right now, I got my knee close to his shoulder. I don't want the knee to be far away in this side control, because if the elbow comes in here, I lose a lot of my options, plus it's harder to hold him down there. So here is ideal. The ear will be glued by his shoulder here. My arm, it depends on what I'm doing, but usually I'm going to be trying to control here, right? So you're low. So that's important to be able to transition from here to here correctly, okay? So the other detail here, my leg is slightly bent and my foot is planted. Those drills might seem very easy for the advanced guys, but you will see a lot of advanced guys tiptoeing around or having the heel off the ground or having the, you know, the toes off the ground, one or two here. So you want to make sure it's planted so you can drive off of that. If he gets too strong here for me to hold down, you're going to be able to push off of that and put weight there. So this is the basic transition. So you're here, you're going to control here, there. All right, this side is here, here. And we're going to start with just this, trying to get it perfect. Now we're going to do it 5 times to one side, 5 times to the next side, over and over until I'm not seeing, I don't want to see any gaps, and I don't want to see very covered in the end there, trying to pose for picture. So you start here, and then you go here. And bam, he's out. So we got to build the habit of trying to be as low as possible. Center of gravity is low, no space, no gaps for him to exploit. All right, so call it a jackknifing drill, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Just 5 reps on each side, and we'll go from there.